One thing you should know about me is I am a Sesame Street Kid. And what I learned from Big Bird, from Grover, Oscar the Grouch, and my favorite Ernie is that repetition is a great way to learn. I'm Nicki Sanders. I am a leadership strategist and I support high performing women of color in leadership who are experiencing identity loss because of burnout to help them get on the path to liberation. Now, I'm a Sesame Street kid, and one of the things that we know about Sesame Street is there's a lot of repetition and a lot of singing. Elmo's song, right? Oscar with I Love Trash. I am a music lover, and in loving music, I understand that music heals, that music is universal. So I don't just listen to Sesame Street anymore. Fast forward to today. I am a New Edition fan. I love New Edition. I've loved New Edition since 1983. I love gospel music, Fred Hammond, Jonathan McReynolds. I love 80s hip hop. Give me LL Cool J and Dougie Fresh, but mostly New Edition. Um, and so, thinking about that, there is music that makes us feel nostalgic. There is music that energizes. There's music that makes us feel horrible, right? Or it reminds us of a time that wasn't so great in our lives. Like sometimes we are going with those sad songs. And what that tells us is that music can shift our mood. It can help us heal. It can help us feel not so great. So the music that we listen to matters. And we need to understand that because words are powerful, words matter. So if you are listening to lyrics that are bringing you down, lyrics that you're just repeating and you're not actually paying attention to, I'm going to challenge you today to start paying attention to the lyrics, not just the beat, but paying attention to the lyrics because those are words that you're speaking over yourself and to yourself. So that's the first part. The second thing is figure out what kind of music is right for the space that you are in right now. So I said I'm a music lover. Phones, iPads, right? I still have a record player in my house, CD players, like all of those things. So I don't go a day literally without listening to music. I don't travel without music. When we had CDs and Walkmans, right? If I was doing a road trip, I was grabbing CDs for the car. I have 1,001 songs on my phone that I have curated specifically for me. So as Gen X, we talk a lot about mixtapes, right? And you had to sit in front of the radio and wait for your favorite song to come on. Even after that, right, and with the iTunes and the downloads and the LimeWire and all the things, I would always create my own mix CDs or my own mix cassettes with the songs that I love in the order that speaks to me. So that is something that I want to offer to you if you are a woman of color leader who is in the space of burnout and not really feeling like yourself. Music is a great way to get back to you. It could be that song from college that feels nostalgic. It could be the song that you danced to at your wedding, right? What are the songs that shift your mood and shift your energy in a positive way? I do a playlist for every season of life. I have a victory playlist, and all the songs on that playlist have victory in the title or in the chorus. And that was my word of the year. I think it was 2020 or 2021. I had a regeneration playlist last year because regeneration was my word of the year for 2024. I always have playlists, but those playlists speak to the season of life I'm in at that moment. What is the season of life that you are in this moment? And what is the music that is going to heal you? Something that you can hear repetitively. I'm using YouTube right now, so every morning I have a YouTube playlist, and it starts with Anthony Brown and Group Therapy, God's Got Me. I have been listening to that song every morning since September, right? And my daughter's like, that's in your playlist? Yes, that is a part of my playlist. So one of the strategies, burnout recovery strategies, that I want to share with you is creating a playlist. So if you're in a space of burnout, if you are in a space of not feeling like yourself, if you're in a space of not feeling bold or brave or courageous, what is the song, what is the music that is going to shift your mood and remind you that you can be brave, that you can be strong, that you are valuable, that you are worthy? I have a CEO playlist. The first song on my CEO playlist is I'm Bad from LL Cool J. Again, I told y'all 80s hip hop. So that means that it shifts my energy. Now I'm in a high energy mood and space because LL Cool J, I'm bad, right? When I was going through a space where it was a really trying time, I was listening to a very different playlist. It was usually gospel music. It was usually something that was slow. It was usually something that was empowering and encouraging and saying, you're going to get through this. Hold on just a little bit longer. When I was thinking about quitting the job that I loved the work. I didn't love the job. I loved the work. And it was the longest job that I had. I created a playlist called Faith to Freedom. Faith to Freedom. That is the name of the playlist. It is still on my cell phone from 2019, right? And I still listen to it from time to time, not as often as I did clearly in 2019 and 2020, but it's there. So that is the assignment that I want to give to you today. I want you to pick 5 songs. Let's go with 5. Pick 5 songs that are empowering, uplifting, encouraging, supportive for this space that you're in right now in terms of burnout recovery. If you need something high energy and you need to dance and move and shake it off, get some music that's going to help you dance and move and shake it off. If you are in a space where you need to rest, then get your playlist of songs that are slow or instrumental or jazz, right? Think about sound. Sound is healing. Sometimes we get specific music to put us to sleep, or we're talking about meditation. But music is repetitive, and we all know this. There are songs that we hate, but we know the words to because we kept hearing them over and over and over. We weren't trying to learn the words. We learned the words because we kept hearing them over and over and over. So if you have a playlist that is a powerful playlist that speaks to where you want to be, and you're hearing it over and over and over, something happens. It gets into your spirit, it gets into your mindset, it seeps in. And it is a very easy and often inexpensive, but very easy way to shift your mood in this space of burnout recovery. So you may not be able to go to a retreat in Costa Rica, right? But you can put that playlist on your phone. You can put that playlist on your YouTube channel, or on your tablet. Use music to heal. We know that there's music therapy. We know that repetition works, right? Even if we're talking about repeating things and saying words to yourself. Sing songs that are empowering. Sing songs that are uplifting. Feel your mood, feel your environment, feel your energy with words that are going to get you to the place where you want to be. So let's recap, because I said a lot. The first thing is repetition is a great place to learn. The second is music is healing and music is universal. The third is words matter. So you're going to choose words that are uplifting, inspiring, encouraging, empowering for this stage of life that is going to usher you into the space that you want to be. Having a burnout recovery playlist is simple and easy. It is just one thing that we can do when we are on the path to burnout recovery and getting back to ourselves. What is my favorite New Edition song? All of them, right? Do I have one? Not really. But I always choose Candy Girl because that was the first. So I have loved New Edition since 1983. And it shifts my mood. It takes me back to a time of innocence and playfulness. I ain't had no bills in my name, right? I didn't have any responsibilities other than going to school. So I want you, again, your assignment, this is Professor Nicki, your assignment is to create a playlist with at least 5 songs. I would love to hear your playlist items. If you already have a playlist, share that with me too, and maybe we'll create a community playlist. We'll see. But I want you to start repeating to yourself exactly what you need to hear. You don't have to wait for permission from anybody else. Feed yourself today. That's your goal. And if you want a little bit more help and you want to go beyond a burnout recovery playlist, then sign up for my Power Hour Identity Reclamation Session, where we actually can put something together that is more customized specifically for you on your burnout recovery leadership liberation journey. All right, I'll see you back here in the next video. Drop in the comments your playlist or your favorite song, or even your favorite artist. I would love to hear it. But remember, repeating words that are powerful to yourself is a great way to move forward on your burnout recovery plan. See you next video. Bye.